Sorry.
Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties,
Gear
guys.
Chronicle.
I disconnected.
He disconnected.
It is,
He's the one
yes,
doing
too
the
bad.
recording.
Anyway,
Anyway, we
we're
left off with
discussing Gear Chronicle.
right.
Yes.
So yeah, Gear Chronicles. The big thing, the Spotlight clan for G this season. Basically what it does is, what should I say, really? Well, first off, they ripped off Silent Tom, and TSS is pissed about it.
I'm not pissed. I'm not that pissed because it does have a
And
cost, but I'm still kind of.
so yeah, they have a lot of skills that block your opponent from guarding with grade zeros. And they have one skill, Chrono Jet, that blocks them from blocking with Sentinels. So yeah, there's that. Well, grade 1 are higher technically, but really Sentinels.
Right.
So glorious.
They have a lot of that. So on that sense, it's not a very original clan, but they do have their own original ability where they can send your opponent's rear guards to the bottom of their deck.
Yes.
This,
Preventing them
I
from
always
taking
have
those.
mixed feelings about. Yes, for me personally, a Grand Blue player, every time they do that to me, like, oh, thank you. Now I'm not going to deck out next turn. I mean, really, you guys, use your Oracle players. You just get that
Yeah,
card
we just
advantage
get our
back.
cards back.
Paladin players, they're just going to call those units right back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So really, what are they doing?
They are removing it from the field for at least one turn, so it does help. It really does help.
It does help at some
I
point.
think they're
And then
trying
there
to.
are times where you're just gonna lose everything.
They're
if
trying
they
to
actually hit you
introduce
from command
a
or-
new type of retiring.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do. It sends it basically. It's like it sends those units back.
It works in one way,
Works.
but it works for the opponent on the other way as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
At the end of the game, it doesn't matter if it goes back to the bottom of the deck.
She just started. We've only seen
I
basically.
think if the deck was shuffled, it'd be more interesting.
Gear Chronicles can do. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna have to wait and see. They've only revealed one new card for Gear Chronicles from Soaring Beauty, and it's okay. The Generation Break one, kind of blast one, Soul Blast one. If you have a Vanguard with Chrono Gen in its name, pay the cost. If you do, choose one of their opponent's rear guards, return to the bottom of the deck, and then for this turn, it gains an extra 2,000.
Yeah, that thing is really good. But we'll come back to we'll go back to set 2 in a bit. But I want to really focus on set 1, Gear Chronicle right now.
The Gear Chronicle, like
the trial deck. I forgot they got a trial deck as well.
Chronos Command.
The trial deck stride. Get another turn. Oh my god.
The fuck?
Cbox.
Sorry, I moved away from my laptop. That stride is so garbage. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry as well. Well, it does give you a chance at an extra turn, mind you, but I've been hit. I've let that thing hit me so many times. It's never happened.
No, it's not.
Ever. I've seen it happen before, and it usually doesn't make a difference.
Does not make a difference.
No, it just doesn't make a difference. It usually didn't help.
Well, it is a very heavy cost of Carabas 4.
Mind you, you do get an entire benefit of a brand new turn, meaning you can recall units, meaning you can...
If they get a Lemonade clone.
I expect that eventually. Maybe
Although, they do use Soul as a resource, so that could be a problem.
That's why I'm expecting them to get Soul support. They are a Dark Zone clan.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting them to be Soul based at some point.
And the strides from the first set are much better, like Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok
is amazing.
Ragnarok's amazing.
Chronos Command.
Chronos Command is amazing.
It's okay.
Well, slow, mind you, it's amazing.
Honestly,
slow? It's not slow.
Honestly, really, when they really overhyped it. Like when I saw it and all the hype they were talking about it, then I saw the effect. The first thought I was like,
I prefer the promo
that's it. I mean, it's good. I mean, on hits and all the rear guards at the bottom of the deck, but I really think they overhyped it a little bit because they were thinking there's going to be some master ability because they saw that crappy stride that was in the trial decks. Like, oh my god, what is this thing going to do? What's it going to do? It just sends everything to the bottom of the deck. I just thought from the hype it seemed a little underwhelming. I mean, it's good.
Yeah,
but
I think I preferred the promo that returned just one unit when you hit and it was free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More than I did promo.
Well,
it's still really good. Don't underestimate
it. It's really
it.
Ragnarok right now. Ragnarok's that.
Ragnarok is the big business. Like, that thing is amazing.
Big thing. I mean, he's going to be your secondary I'm gonna have it. So Ragnarok, he attacks. You can flip a copy of himself up in your G zone, and he gains an extra critical and Tom skill. That's what's really good
I think
about
he
it.
gets Tom's skill first, and then if you have 2 face-up G units, it's a critical.
Yeah.
I could be wrong
The
about
Gear Chronicles, there's nothing really much more to say. We only seen their first wave. Gotta wait till the
and they're
second
gonna
wave.
get more cards, so they're
adjustments.
definitely gonna get better. I think they're definitely.
Do you guys want to talk about the generic stuff, like what is applied to every clan, like the
Yes, I want to talk about that as well.
the grade 1 that searches the grade
Oh yeah,
3?
generic stuff. The new generic stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
yes,
the one that gains 2 grades when you discard it for.
Every clan's getting those generic ones. They have this new grade 1 where if you call it to the rear guard, you discard a grade 3 to call out to search out for a Pacific grade 3.
That will work.
Your boss card.
Yeah, that will work for G Strike.
And then just
when you use
discard
it
it from your hand, the cost goes up by 2 when you stride cost. So it's basically a free grade 3 just discard, which is really nice and very handy. So far, only the clans that have been supported have gotten one. So we're gonna see, like, we already know Muskets has one, Great Nature's gonna get one.
Everything from
Neo-Nectar.
Everything from set 1.
Neo-Nectar, not Muskets.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Musket. Neo-Nectar. I'm
Neo-Nectar
sorry.
You're so used to playing Neo-Nectar.
When I think about Neo-Nectar.
Well, so far every clan is getting it so far.
Every clan's gonna get one when they get their support.
So expect everything from now on to at least get one.
Yeah.
They're also giving us generic 10K and 12K boosters with Generation Break. Like almost everything in their mother has Generation Break now. It's a new thing. I honestly don't. It reminds me a little bit too much of how Limit Break was. You gotta wait until you get that first G unit up. So you can actually start doing stuff. It's the same thing with Limit Break.
Although the thing is, the difference is that Gen Break means that you will be striding and
quicker.
Stride. No, it's not quicker, but the stride units itself have skills, so it's not really like a actual weight.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
because it does count the unit on your Vanguard circle.
You do wait.
Yeah, it does.
But at the meanwhile that you wait, you get to use other skills which are just about as powerful.
That is true. That is true. But another thing about those units is that they also only work when you attack the Vanguard.
Yeah.
So it does kind of they all.
I thought you were talking about the Vanguard, not the rear guards. Sorry.
I was talking about the 12K and the 7K attack. 10K attack.
Those you can have access as soon as you hit stride.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the good thing about Generation Break is once you hit it, you have it.
You have it, exactly.
Yes.
Like
unless it has 2 Generation Break, but
which is only your Vanguard.
Your main Vanguard, which is fine. Yeah. You can wait.
You can wait.
You can
and some of their skills are worth the wait. I mean, Aisha's skill is worth the wait. Chronos, that's your finisher right
Jet,
there.
Definitely worth the wait.
Jet, that's your finisher right there.
Now I expect Chrono Jet to be aced for the entire season. Until maybe they release something else. I don't know.
I mean,
but I really think
it would remain as a good card, but remain as an ace. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's good. It's really good.
I don't know. They would either release an alternative, which is just as good, or release better G units. It's one or the other, I guess.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's next? Unflipping Perfect Guards.
Unflipping Perfect Guard. Alright, we'll talk about the generic stuff first. We already talked about gears.
Yeah, Perfect Guards. They Perfect Guards, like Kira said.
They're good.
Now when you guard with a Perfect Guard, after all the Perfect Guard shenanigans work, if you have another copy of that card in your drop zone, you can unflip 1 damage.
Yes.
But
it's
be aware that you can only guard an attack that attacks your Vanguard.
Oh, right. You can only guard for your Vanguard.
What?
Yes.
They changed that?
No. It was
always that.
It was always like that.
They have to attack your Vanguard for it to work.
The Perfect Guard Unflipper only guards your Vanguard and not your rear guard.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, I see. That's fine. You get that on the flip.
It basically means
Yeah.
card blast.
I mean, they did that, and the fact that they're now putting perfect guards in trial decks. They had to up perfect guards in the boosters, or else no one would buy them.
Yeah,
But now, since they
those
up perfect guards in the
are
boosters,
basic.
no one's going to want the perfect guards in the trials because they're crap.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't
well.
say that. There
I
are
wouldn't-
actually
But
yeah.
it's easy. It's an easy perfect guard until you
Yes.
get the better ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And I kind of think that those are still better. Like
The better ones does mean that Counterblast is like nothing right now.
there's nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
really isn't. Like I have no problem with counterblast if
I
I
have
can
no
manage
problem,
the
dude.
perfect guard into the drop zone. We are seeing some support, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Says the
Go
Oracle
back to that.
players.
Oracles, they love it. They love that new perfect card. They just hate fighting. They just hate fighting D police when they attack their.
What are you talking about? I don't care about that.
Card for days.
Card for days.
Yeah. So upgraded perfect guards, really good. I'd love to see if they could upgrade quintet walls in any way. That'd be interesting. Because I really do enjoy using quintet walls.
It can make
It's a shame. They only shine for just a little bit. Stupid Legion mate.
I kind of want them to upgrade it as well. Choose
We'll see. They've been surprising us a lot lately. Let's see what else they come out. So, anything else in the generic department that really needs to be covered? I don't really think so.
No, I don't think
No, not really.
No, there's not really much. So let's move on to another clan, I guess. Okay, go ahead and start talking about oracles. I'll wait.
Oracles?
You want to talk about oracles?
I'll wait. You guys can. I'll wait.
What is there to talk about oracles?
They're really fat. They're really good at
They're
drawing.
really boring.
Stop, kid. Stop lying.
I would say they're really.
I think that Coco is the best variant. So
I think they're fun, but
they're really
in
fun.
another way, they are boring.
I think they're alright. They're not.
Because all you do is draw.
It can be applied to a lot of clans, but still.
I prefer Oracle's way of doing things because you're just constantly on the plus side of. They're some of their new units that they got in this set are really good. For example,
I like them is that they put the cards in your hand and
yeah,
not
they
on
put
your
the cards in your
field.
hand.
Not on your field. They put them in your hand, and you can put them on your field yourself. So you have control.
Just keep them. Or you
just keep them, so you have a control of what's happening.
Or you just keep drawing. And
yeah, I mean, even if they put them on the field, that's a way of controlling what's happening as well. But I like to keep it in my hand because otherwise, if it's still in your deck, it'll go to the damage, possibly, or soul.
I'm a little disappointed that they didn't actually continue Quintet Walls and give it to all the clans, but I'm okay with that. For
never say never.
Sake. I would say never, but I want to say never because they really, Oracles of all of the clans, they don't need it because they draw so much that.
Yeah, you'll deck out.
You'll deck out. I really believe that with Quintet Wall, you will deck out.
You will deck out.
But I would still like to see it happen one day.
I guess
it's like a side thing.
If anything, we can talk about the main units, which is
the main units in set one was Susano. Oh my god, that thing is amazing. This card negates the disadvantage of discarding a grade 3 for strike. Yeah. Most of the time, you'll either discard the Susano.
Most of the time, it's not even really a cost because of triple drive anyway.
And triple drive, and then drive, and then if your Vanguard hits after that, you go on with.
In my honest opinion, it's one of the units that you would actually not mind discarding 2 cards from your hand for the strike.
Yes.
Because it really speeds up what you're doing.
A lot,
yes. Number 1, you use the skill to gain another card. Number 2, you gain the triple drive, which means it further secures the second stride.
Yes.
And then both of your stride units allow you to add cards to your hand.
Yeah.
And then you could just play more cards to get even more advantage.
Yes.
I mean, if you started slow, you'll
get it back really fast.
Yeah, you'll get it back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've played against plenty of randoms Oracle players, like slow to start, but once they get that first stride off, that hand is huge.
Now, mind you, if you're willing to play a little more, you can actually gain advantage a little earlier. But I just don't.
Of course.
I just don't like that AK base that they gave us for that one unit.
Oh, what's it called?
It's it's like a,
Why don't you guys explain your builds? Because you two are basically experts when it comes to oracles, and both of your builds are really different. So why don't you go ahead and try to explain that to them?
I'll start with mine, and then Kira gets his. I think Kira's build is stronger because it's a lot faster than mine. Mine's is a little slower, but tries to utilize the stack.
Yeah, the stack.
Mm-hmm.
My build is the Tsukumi variant, where we start with Godhawk and we go all the way up to 3, like you would play a standard Tsukumi. But instead of writing, my personal build is that instead of writing the grade 3, which I don't even run.
Stop. Cbox.
Anyway, so like I was saying, I would start with the Godhawk ride chain. I would do through the Tsukumi ride chain up till grade 3, and then on the grade 3, instead of playing with grade 3 Tsukumi, which I don't run.
Yeah.
I just ride right into Susano.
Reason?
Depending on the situation.
Why you wouldn't run the grade 3?
And the reason I chose this is because I actually like running the Legion, Amaterasu Legion in this build to help me make sure that I don't deck out at least for an extra turn, and then I can abuse the triggers as well at the end of the game. And Kira's build, I feel Kira's build's a lot more stronger because you get advantage quicker. You don't have to wait for that advantage.
Yeah.
Because you start with Lulu.
I start with Lulu. I play Coco.
And
my grade 3s are actually 3 Cocos, 4 Susano, and 1 copy of the what's the Bell Sister Legion? Pudding.
No,
Pudding and jelly. Jelly and
I think
pudding.
it's pudding.
Jelly
Yeah,
is the grade 3. Pudding is the grade 2.
I only play 1 copy of pudding and 1 copy of jelly. Because that's all I do. I have seen people play multiple copies of those cards
which is fine. It's fine. You have more space in your variant as well.
The good thing about playing multiple copies is that if you're playing against another Oracle, you're less likely to deck out compared to them. Because you get to ride multiple stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I like playing Coco.
Coco is
good if you go first because because you don't get to strike first, so you ride Coco, which gives you advantage anyway.
Exactly. And even if you go second, you still get advantage.
Either way,
but
if you go second, if you go second, you get the choice between Coco and Susano.
Yeah, that's true as well. I think Coco would still be the better ride because you do +2 right off the bat with Coco.
+3 with Lulu.
3 with Lulu. Well, Lulu's a guaranteed 1, no matter which one you choose to ride. So either way, and then you choose to stride, which you probably will, because you will probably draw into something that will help you stride.
Yes.
Which is really good. And then
next we can talk about Take Mikazuchi. What do you think about it?
Well, I always seem to be using
Counterblast, I can't remember.
Counterblast 2. Persona Unflip from the G Zone. You get to check the top 4 cards of your deck.
I think it's really good.
It is really good. I'm not going to lie. I actually underestimated this card's potential quite a bit because I use Susano and the support.
The thing is,
if you stride in on top of Susano and use the skill, your triple drive is going to be all plus.
Yeah. The thing is, with what Oracle have, previously, Oracle can actually gain as much advantage as they do right now, but right now it's more consistent because you don't really depend on the rear guards anymore. Your main
not
Vanguard,
as much.
Yeah, your main Vanguard can do basically everything what your rear guards could do.
Except Silent Home,
except Silent Home.
Which is, I think everyone.
It's a good thing because it allows you to play Silent Home now. Because back then, you could still play Silent Home, but you have to make sacrifices.
Some sacrifices.
Yeah.
Which I never found to be a problem because I ran Tsukumi the whole time.
I know. I don't, because playing Tsukuyomi means you have to sacrifice space for Tsukuyomi.
Yeah, that is exactly it. So my
now
sacrifice.
with the strides that can do stuff that basically the rear guards can do, it doesn't matter if you're like using space for Tsukuyomi because you want to stack, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And you can reach the stack even faster with stride because of the triple drive.
Because of the triple drive, and if you get the one-hit abilities, you can actually increase the stack as well.
Yeah.
Because the cards that you don't add end up going to the bottom.
Yes.
Which is really good. You have to also keep that in consideration as you go through the deck. Like, you have to keep count of how many cards go to the bottom at all times. Try your best to remember as many cards as possible.
And then, because of this, we can basically remove the rear guards that help us gain advantage.
Or we can just keep them. I mean,
we can keep them, but we can also remove them
if we wanted to. We don't have to use
cards that can actually be offensive, like Tom, Promise Daughter, or the new machine thing that return cards to your deck.
Great, it has to be grade 1 or higher. It has to be grade 1 or higher, though.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. Which is really good.
It's basically Promise Daughter, but it returns the card that is grade 1 or higher to the deck instead of discarding it.
So what you're saying is one of the best things you love about this new support is that since it's so Vanguard focused, you can use your older rear guard support and be a lot more offensive while still keeping your draw power up.
Yes.
Or you could just keep drawing. Or you could run the draw power, some of the draw power support that we got this set.
Because either way, right now, what Oracles are doing is Counterblast 1 for a +1.
Yeah, which is really good. Like, they needed it. They really needed it.
Basically, almost every turn you can get a +4 from each turn, which is really good.
And then the Unflip Perfect Guard really pushes it further.
Yes, the Unflip Perfect Guard really makes Counterblast like nothing. Nothing.
I don't even run Lemonade do this mostly because of space issues, but if you wanted to run it, it's there as an option.
Do you run Lemonade, Kira? You do have Jelly in your deck.
I have one copy of Jelly, one copy of... I don't even use Jelly skill. I only use it for the Legion to return cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing for me. I use Amaterasu mostly to just return cards to the deck for Legion, and that's it. And go into Legion.
Yeah.
Which is that's another thing. I'm kind of a little depressed that they didn't add any more Legions into this set. Not even a generic 10K.
And now we have Legion. 2 different copies of 8K boosters. So.
Oh yeah, now we have 2 different copies. So Tom is more viable if you want to run more 8K boosters.
A little more viable.
Though I think space will still be an issue due to you may want to consider adding those +2 on strikes.
Kuroi Kazuchis. Kuroi Kazuchis is good.
I mean, really.
It's good
for your
if
grade
you
1.
want
if you have your 4 perfect cards and the 4 of him, you can run 6, 8Ks. Because do you really need another grade 1?
No.
Yes, you want the grade 1, which is used for strike.
Yeah,
you have 4 of that and 4 of the perfect cards.
I actually have
14 grade 1. You still have 6
honest. I'm gonna be honest though. I only run 2 of the
oh wow.
+2 strike due to space. Because I want 4 Gemini.
Right,
I want 4 Gemini. I only have 4 Gemini, and then the 6.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But Kira has the space to do that, so.
I believe I played 4 Geminis, 4 strike cards, 4 of the perfect guard, and 2.
4 of the perfect guard was a given. Like the
Miss.
Oh, you still running Miss?
Yep, I'm playing 2 Miss.
I can't fit Miss. I can't fit Miss.
Okay, guys. I think we've been ranting about Oracles right now. We gotta move on and give the other clans some love.
All right. Fair enough.